came here to party, gon' put your hands up. If you wanna get it started, gon' put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my thugs in the club. If you looking for some love, gon' put your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. If you came here to party, gon' put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my thugs in the club. If you looking for some love, gon' put your hands up.
Good evening and welcome to the Stephen Knight Show here on Indie 104 iRadio LA. I want to thank you, as always, for joining us tonight. Tonight we're live with the latest in sports, fashion, music, and, of course, movie reviews. Now, later in the show, we'll welcome upcoming talented rapper Rap Out Raw. You definitely want to hear our interview. And then in Hot Topics, we're discussing last week's presidential debate and much, much more. We also want to remind you we're all over social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. And you can also join our VIP members mailing list by going to our Instagram page, The Stephen Knight Show. Now, I've told this before, but definitely need your support. We're nominated for 2016 Hottest Entertainment Awards, nominated for the hottest online radio show, which we won, a few years ago. We want to win it again, but we need you all's help. So please go to atlshottest.com and vote for us, The Stephen Knight Show. And while you're there, you can vote for your boy. I was nominated for Hottest Rising Future Superstar. So we definitely appreciate you as always. But listen, when we come back, Chika and Adam are going to tell us everything that's going on in the world of movie reviews. Right back after this.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me why every time she comes around, my head starts spinning. Is there something going on? Or maybe I'm just tripping. But there's this one thing that's got me tempest-tossed. But I don't want this to be another love that's lost, because I can't sleep at night, and thoughts keep running through my mind. I don't know the reason why, so I'll hide my tears inside so you won't see me cry. Don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. Maybe it's the way you look at her when she walks by, or the stare that you carry when you look in her eyes. But I don't wanna be the one to make something out of nothing. But my heart keeps telling me it's probably something, 'cause I can't sleep at night. Thoughts keep running through my mind. I don't know the reason why, so I'll hide my tears inside so you won't see me cry. Don't have a reason to cry. I don't have a reason. Don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. Oh, I don't have a reason. They say intuition never lies, but if it's real, true love, it never dies. Torn between my heart, torn between my mind. I can't see clear because my love is blind. But it hurt me so.
back to the Stephen Knight Show. CK Adam, what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
How was the weekend?
Weekend was pretty good.
That's good.
No complaints.
All right, and Adam, I see you're back in Atlanta finally.
Yeah, I'm back in town. I think I'll settle here for at least a few more weeks before I hop somewhere else. But you never know.
Me and Ms. Parker were talking about you last week. I said, Adam, stay on the move. And she said, I love it. She said, I love it.
Adam,
well, I do gotta catch up to her because she was Barbados or somewhere that sounded more fun than
I
DC.
like tropical locations, so.
Yeah. Well, this is the perfect time of the year for them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. How was your trip, Ms. Parker?
It was great. It was amazing. It was my second time to Barbados. I was there for a week a few years back. Had an amazing time. It's my favorite island. I could live there. I'm plotting on how to move there.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't feel like a tourist. They make you feel at home. It's great. So
yeah, I saw
we're going through some hurricane weather right now. So
right.
Hopefully it goes over.
Absolutely. I saw Ms. Parker when she got back, and she said, "I'm gonna move." You can't move. She said, I'll move.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, nothing's stopping you.
What's going on with you, GK?
Here, brother. Reviewing movies, making movies. That's my life these days.
Yeah. Well, take it away. Y'all tell us what's going on in the world movie reviews.
All right, well, I'll kick us off, and I'll start with the big box office movie right now, which is Magnificent Seven. I'm sure you've seen plenty of trailers for it. And Magnificent Seven is a movie starring Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, and a few others. And it tells the story of 7 gunmen in the Old West who come together to help a town in need. Now, as we've talked about in the past, this is not the first time the story's been told. Originally, the Akira Kurosawa masterpiece Seventh Samurai, made in the 50s, kind of started the mold for this. And then in the 60s, the Western version of this came out with a cast of actors like Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, Eli Wallach, and things like that. So we're finally getting another remake, as it seems to be the trend in these past few years. And this time it's director Antoine Fuqua's maybe take on the subject. And he's famous. His big one was Training Day. He directed that movie. So he's worked with Denzel in the past. But the plot of this one is there is an oppressive businessman who's terrorizing a small town out in the West, and he's trying to get these people to sell him his land. So the people become a little desperate, and they come upon Sam Chisholm, who's played by Denzel, and he's a bounty hunter in a nearby town. And after convincing Chisholm to take on this assignment, he begins assembling his team of fighters, so 6 more people. And the movie is basically about that. He's assembling his team. They're going to converge in the town for the final battle with the businessmen to kind of defend the town. So what I expected, and maybe I expected a little too much, the movie fell short for. So in my opinion, the movie was a little bland. And for that, I think it was just kind of action cliches and a lot of other cliches. So a quick look at just our 7, and you see that in the trailers, is you have our leader Denzel, and then, of course, Chris Pratt, funny guy, is the wisecracking comic relief. And then you have Ethan Hawke, who's a Cajun, and it's interesting because he doesn't have a Southern accent or a Cajun accent in the movie, but, you just kind of get past that part. And then you have the assassin, who is conveniently Asian and uses throwing knives. You have the Mexican outlaw, who is there. He's kind of more of the butt of Chris Pratt's jokes because he uses a lot of the Mexican humor and talks about things like that. You have an older guy who's kind of a little bit, seems off-kilter, but he's big on using axes to attack people. And then, of course, you have your Native American who primarily uses a bow and arrow. So it's a little cliche to say the least, but that's your roles for the movie. And my other complaint was the movie did have a lot of potential, and I feel like even on the acting side, everyone was a little weak. Ethan Hawke, even though he didn't do the Southern accent, he kind of was the closest, I thought, to fill the role as a gunslinger. You felt like he transformed into this person, while others kind of just seemed like, oh, here's a famous actor playing this character. Even Denzel, who, usually does top-notch work, seemed like he was just playing Denzel in the movie and not really like a bounty hunter in the post-Civil War West. In the end, though, it's not a bad movie. If you're expecting to see an action movie set in the West, then you'll enjoy the movie. There's explosions, there's gunfights. Just don't expect too much depth in the story or with the actors. If you're looking for something like that in the kind of a Western setting, you can go to classics like Unforgiven, even Django. Is a really good movie, as we've seen, based in the West. So overall, we're seeing if you're looking for an action movie for the month, but don't go away expecting too much.
So I didn't see that one, Adam, but was there any reference to Denzel being a black cowboy in the movie at all?
Not really. He was just there, and he does, there's a little bit of a plot stuff near the end that might mention something, but for the most part, no. He's a bounty hunter. He's, collecting bounties for the state of Kansas and several other states and territories. But no, it's just kind of he's there, and you just kind of accept it as the fact.
In years past, there was a big thing about an African American playing a cowboy because they said that they didn't exist. And I remember when Blazing Saddles came out, there was a big hoopla around Blazing Saddles because, as we know, Cleavon Little plays the sheriff, and he's African American, and he happened to be a cowboy. So it received a lot of flack from that, but the movie wound up to do great things because it was a legendary comedy.
Yeah.
But just that whole black cowboy thing, I just thought maybe it would be more to that in the movie.
Well, I hate to jump in. This is not. I think they did hint to that in the first. I saw that movie. That was a really good movie too. I think they hinted to that in the very the opening scene, right when Denzel walks into the saloon. Like they kind of give you that idea of nobody knew he was a bounty hunter or a duly noted warrant officer. Nobody knew that, so it's kind of like they gave you the idea that we don't serve your kind. Actually, we don't even see your kind often around here. You don't think so, Adam, in that first?
Yeah, and I can agree to that, but as soon as he does the shootout in the saloon, the whole topic's dropped, and it's never mentioned again by anyone else or anyone, and until they meet the Asian guy, and they're like, what's his story? You know what I mean? Like another one of those references to the fact that, what is this Asian doing here, you know what I mean, in our town or even with you guys? Exactly.
You remember that one?
Yeah, exactly. But I just felt like, with movies, you can they could have put a little more depth into the reality of these are not common characters you see out in the West.
Right.
And
just curious.
No, it is fine. And I only mentioned Unforgiven because, first of all, it's an amazing movie if you haven't seen it yet. But and it's about two retired cowboys, Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood, and they're going on one last mission to help someone. And they do a wonderful job, and Morgan Freeman, of course, always does a wonderful job. But that movie kind of gives you more of a feel of a West. Even Hell or High Water, which was kind of the modern-day Western, as I spoke about, felt more like a Western than this movie, which felt like an action movie that just kind of takes place with cowboys.
Interesting. Well, I saw Queen of Catway, which stars David Oyelowo and Lupita Nyong'o. Both of those are Oscar winners. You know both of them. David was just in Selma, and Lupita actually was in 12 Years a Slave. This movie takes place in Uganda, and it's a biopic for Fiona Mutesi. Fiona Mutesi is a chess champion who actually left formal schooling to be tutored to be a vicious chess champion. And she rises up and she actually wins and succeeds. But the middle is where the meat is. I was having a discussion with someone about this movie because it's so heartfelt. It will bring you to tears. It really, really touches your soul. I can't remember the last time that we had a movie that was based out of Africa that did not deal with war or the corruption of children or enslavement. This movie actually shows thriving life in the Uganda, people in society, people working, just in a positive light, just people pushing for their dreams. And being a part of society and the actual African culture. It was good to see that on the screen and see this African culture depicted in a different way than we have seen in the past. I do think that this movie is going to go on to do great things. Hopefully we can get some Oscar nods for it because it is that powerful. So I definitely give a thumbs up to Queen of Katwe. Check it out.
Okay. And what's coming on the point? I'm sorry.
I saw another one. So every now and then I get blessed and I get to see movies before they're actually released. And I got to check out the Mark Wahlberg feature, Deepwater Horizon, which stars, of course, Mark Wahlberg and Kate Hudson. This is another true story, and it's based on the 2010 oil station disaster off the coast of Louisiana, if anyone remembers that. And if they remember that the oil, the drilling station actually ruptured, and they couldn't actually close it off, so the oil was leaking out. But before that, the station actually blew up. And this movie deals with what the oil miners went through as they fought for their lives on this rig out there in the middle of the ocean, and what their family members dealt with not having communication or knowing what they were dealing with at home. This movie has a way of putting you right into the mix, so you actually feel the danger. You actually feel like you're on the oil station going through what they're going through. Very, very powerful. I would argue to say this is probably one of Mark Wahlberg's best movies, if not the best. So another thumbs up. Okay. You know, you haven't gotten 2 thumbs up from me in a long time.
Sure haven't. Sure haven't. Well, that's good. That's real good. So what's coming down the pipeline?
Well, let's see. Of course, Birth of a Nation, and I know we've talked about it multiple times. And then the Girl on the Train, which looks like a cool little thriller mystery.
Oh yeah, that did catch my attention.
Yeah, I saw the trailer just recently, and it definitely looks good. And it's a popular book. I know a lot of people who read like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series kind of moved on to this book and things like that. So it looks pretty good. So those are the top on my list.
Okay.
I actually don't have a list. I told you I'm doing the film festival circuit. Hopefully. We'll get some winners out of there, and maybe I can steal some people to come be guests on the show. You know, we love the indie world.
Yes, we do. Definitely do. Definitely do. Well, guys, as always, I thank you so much. If you can stick around for our topics, please do. If not, have a great week. And when we come back, everyone's going to tell us about everything that's going on in sports. And I've been keeping up with his picks, so right back after this.
I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. If I look through your imperfections, would you do the same for me? Yeah. She just wants a man that makes her dreams come true. It's my job to make her believe. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. Girl, are you mine? At any time, you're on my mind. You're about to shine. They can't take that shine away. Nah, 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 nah. We can go anywhere, but would that mean you're truly here? Or is it just time I find my way? I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't want to come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't night, laying up in the bed, we waking up on the counter, caking up. Check the feet with Katie up. I really want love, baby. L'Oreal can't make this up. So every time we hug, it takes a miracle to break us up. I really want love, and I want it all from you. Even when we're freaking, girl, every second's true. When I see your face, I can't let things be, because you are the one that come and set me free. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't wanna come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't wanna come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't wanna come down. I really want love, I want it right now. Your heart is a drug, I don't wanna come down.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron, how's it going?
Oh, man, life is wonderful, Stephen. Thanks for asking. How's it going with you?
Going well. I know you're in the middle of midterm, so I appreciate you keeping us up to date with everything going on in sports.
Not a problem. First off, I would like to give some birthday shout-outs. My grandmother turned 91 years old last Thursday, September the 29th. So, Grandma, happy 91. Love you, girl. Looking good. And my cousin Elwin Jr., his birthday's coming up this Saturday, October the 8th. So I want to wish him a happy 29th birthday. So
happy birthday to both of those.
Yes, got those out the way. And now sports. The Falcons. Congratulations, 3-1. Impressed.
That's how they always start off, though.
But and I was just about to say that they always start off strong and then they flop. So I don't know what to make of this. You know, people are like, "Oh yeah, could like this be the year?" No, I would say people should ask that question. I would say after week 12, let the Falcons get like 12 games into the season, and if they're still playing strong, then yeah, they are for real. Just these first 4 games, nah, it's still early. It's still early. They look good though. You know,
that's good.
Look good, but I'm not quite ready to say that they are the best in the NFC just yet. What else is going on? Oh, the Patriots actually lost the game. The Patriots. You're like, okay.
No. I was distracted. Go ahead. They lost the game.
What
you talking about that?
They got blown out, man. They got blown out by the Buffalo Bills. They did not score a point. The Patriots did not score a single point. Now, let's kind of put all this into perspective. Tom Brady, still not playing. So there was a third-string quarterback who actually played very well last week, but this week he didn't play well. The Patriots defense wasn't really there, and there was some issues going on. But next week, Tom Brady's back. The Patriots play the Browns. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Tom is rested well, so Tom should be ready. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, we'll definitely see. The Ravens, my Ravens, man, they lost by a point to the Oakland Raiders. 1 point. Tough loss. That was really tough. Dallas, the Cowboys they're all right. They are, I gotta give props where props are due.
Credit's due.
Dallas is playing good. Yeah, Dallas is playing very, very well. Did you see the Tennessee-Georgia game on Saturday night?
I didn't know. No.
Oh, man.
It was a good one?
Did you hear about it, though?
No. I can't even lie and say that.
You live in Georgia. I'm going to need you to step up.
No, I saw the game was on. I saw the game was on because I was somewhere where they were playing it, but I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Well, it was an epic game. Epic. Actually, there were quite a few epic college football games on Saturday. It was amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Georgia, 10 seconds? Yeah, 10 seconds left in the game. Georgia was actually down they throw like a 30-yard, 40-yard touchdown throw, and they actually have the lead. You think, okay, the game's over. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go home, call it a day. Georgia's playing at home. They're now up with about 10 seconds left in the game, and Tennessee has to score a touchdown to win the game. 4 seconds left in the game. Tennessee has the ball. They're roughly about midfield, maybe 40-yard line, 45-yard line, in Georgia's territory. Hail Mary. No time left on the clock. You would think that Georgia's defense would be ready for a Hail Mary. Guess not. Tennessee catches the ball, and they win the game.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was epic, especially considering the fact that Tennessee was down in this game, and they were playing very bad football. But they played great football where it counted the most. And I'm telling you, you cannot give up on a game. It is
not overtime.
Yeah, it is a 60-minute game. It is every second counts in sports. Period. Football, basketball, hockey, baseball, whatever, soccer. Every second counts. You are never out of the game if you're within striking distance. Anyway, Georgia, tough loss. Tennessee, tough win. Clemson, Louisville, another epic game. I love that game. There were some bad plays here and there. If you are a fan of college football, you love that game. Whether your team won or lost, you still
it was a good game.
With the game. It was a great game. Even with the Georgia Tennessee game, it was just a great competitive game. All right. Yes. Moving on. Baseball. Are we feeling baseball right now? You know, it's the playoffs. The Braves are not in it. So,
of course.
Of course. But there are other teams that actually are in it and everything. So I'm not going to talk too much about baseball right now. I might talk about it more next week, but right now the playoffs have begun. Baseball's here. Playoffs, we'll see who wins what next week. And that pretty much, man, it was sports, man. That's the gist of it. It was a football lover's dream week.
I hear that.
I should say, yeah.
I hear that. So what I'm gonna tell the listeners at home to go on our Instagram next week and see Aaron's picks for who he thinks is gonna be winning coming up. But Aaron is always
last week, by the way, people. So yeah. I would say if y'all actually want to win picks, go against what I pick.
And someone's been going in on you on your picks too, by the way.
My picks are horrible. I'll be the first to acknowledge my picks have been.
Good thing you're not a gambler. Well, Aaron, as always.
I'm a gambler, man. You know, I try to roll the dice, and sometimes you win some, and most times when you're dealing with my picks, you lose. Sorry.
All right, Aaron. Well, listen, thank you so much, man. Have a great week.
This is Darius McCarry. You're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Yes, sir.
Don't touch that.
All right, have a good one. All right. Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Ferguson, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Stephen? How are you?
I can't complain. How was your weekend?
It was same old. But we took some photos this weekend. Dylan went to a couple of birthday parties. He's he's doing his thing.
Doing the mom thing, huh?
He's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty much what my life is now. I can't believe it. This is what it's been reduced to, but it's fun. It's fun.
Well, go ahead and take it away. I think that's some great things for us.
I do. And a lot of this stuff is for everyone, actually. Most of it is for everyone. Old Navy is having a sale. They're having a fall event. And if you shop now, you can get up to 50% off of every item in the store and online. Plus, you can get an extra 30% off of all clearance online only with the code VIP at checkout. Target is having a bed and bath It's having a bed and bath sale, so you can get 20% off of all bed and bath items now through the 8th of October. ASOS.com, you'll hear me talk about them from time to time. I actually love them because they give you a great variety of clothing items for males and females, kids, and their prices range from, you can get something as low as $2. You can get something as high as $2,000. So it just depends on your price range, but they give you a great variety of things. It's a European store, but they have, a flagship store, warehouse rather, because it's an online store, but they have a flagship warehouse here in the States. So they're having a sale, and you can get up to 50% off of select items. So that's definitely something to check out. Carter's, of course, I can't leave out my kiddos. Carter's is having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 70% off of hundreds of styles, plus you can get an extra 25% off of your entire purchase. Wayfair.com, now I don't normally talk about them because I really don't do home good items. However, I am going to start looking into home good items, which is why you've been hearing me talk about Target and things like that. Well, Wayfair.com is having a sale. They're actually having a Thanksgiving sale, believe it or not, like a month early. And if you shop there now, you can get up to 70% off of select items. And Wayfair can be extremely expensive. So if you are in the market for something for Thanksgiving, and of course, the reason that they're doing this sale is to make sure that everybody's quote-unquote prepared for Thanksgiving. Really, they're just trying to get you to spend your money. But if you shop there now, you can get, some nice little furniture pieces for, up to 70% off. And, of course, they sell all types of things. They sell things from as small as a frame on your wall to as large as a sofa. Gap is having a sale. You can get up to 40% off of select items, plus you can get an extra 25% off of your online purchase with the code TREAT at checkout. Steve Madden is also having, they're not really having a sale. They're giving you free shipping, which doesn't really happen with Steve Madden because they try to pull every dollar out of you that they possibly can. But they're having they're having a little event where they're giving you free shipping on your entire purchase. You just have to use code SHIP at checkout. And today is the last day to get up to 40% off of your 9 West purchase. And last but not least, shop at the Limited now and get 25% off of the Eva Longoria collection.
Awesome.
And that's all I have for you guys this evening.
And they can find all that at budgetshopaholic.com, correct?
They surely can.
Yo, this is Timothy Bloom, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Okay, thanks, Stephen. I'll talk to you later.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Well, now it's time to go into the Artist Spotlight. Each week we select an artist to be featured on our homepage as well as on our Artist Spotlight section on our website at thestephennightshow.com. If you're interested in being considered, please email us at submissions@thestephennightshow.com. Include your bio, promotional photo, social media sites, and a radio-friendly MP3, which means no cursing. We definitely look forward to hearing your work. Now, tonight in our Spotlight, we welcome the talented STEIS. This is his new single, Lost for Words. Check it out.
It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's like days go by, and I really be asking myself, is it alright? Is it alright? Lost for words, lost of speech. I remember that morning, lots of grief. I remember that warning y'all should teach. Now all I want is lots of beef, and I don't mean jerky. You need to feel the same pain that you serve me. I'm talking to my enemy, them. I would hate to be my enemy, them. Cause when you thinking you get away with some wickedness, is coming, my friend. Wait, I love you cause demon feel a little late. You and Reem argued, think it was an 08. It don't matter who was robbing, I never took sides. We all brothers till we die, this is all fate. Remember when you said steak and vanilla shakes? Your spirit live on, the glory of a heavyweight. Look at me in the eye, see you in your daughter's eyes. Wish your daddy was alive. I'm lost for words, and never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright, you can't do good, you can't be nice, you can't live life. I'm lost for words, and never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright, you can't do good, you can't be nice, you can't live life. It's a cold world. I ride around the city, me and old girl. Them little white things, you can call them cold pearls. See, it's only you and I. Remember J's used to order only number 9. but things change. How amount of people that I lost seems insane. I don't care if fan one is too many. The side of black males born at any is so common. Now it's cool the way you hit like Robin, a new day. I'm looking at this world in a new way. Used to walk around with the hammer up at Juve. It's like a movie, but in the end it's like shots ring, I know it hit. It's a cool day. My dude was cool, me. He made a new lane. You did the cool, he ain't human. Already know your mother's dying inside and make it hard when I look in her eyes. I'm lost for words. I'll never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright. You can't do good. You can't be nice. You can't live life. I'm lost for words. I'll never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright. You can't do good. You can't be nice. You can't live life. It's a cold world. I'll never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright. You can't do good. You can't be nice. You can't live life. I'm lost for words. I'll never be the same with a name that you never would have thought died. But it's alright. You can't do good. You can't be nice. You can't live life. It's a cold world. 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 You can't live life.
Wednesday to Monday night. Got back Monday night.
Well, you definitely trumped my weekend, but I still enjoyed it, and maybe I'll get out of here soon to get some sunshine somewhere else.
Exactly. Well, y'all ready to get these hot topics?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, well, last Monday, we had the very first presidential debate between Secretary Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, the Republican nominee. Did you watch? What were your thoughts?
Fortunate for me, I wasn't here yet, so I'm glad I missed it. I actually haven't watched TV. I haven't watched the news in about a week and a half. I think I just needed a mental break. And moving forward, I'm not sure if I'm going to watch the debates. I think just for my own mental health and sanity, I think I'll skip.
Well, it's interesting because she posted on because she had just gotten back in the country, and I said, I've commented something about the debate. She said, "No, I just got back. I'm gonna keep my mind right." I said, "That's some good advice. Good advice." But who did watch?
I watched. This is Chike. I watched. I thought that Hillary stood her ground, and she, through really see that he's a buffoon, though. He is a complete buffoon, and I began to grow very weary and tired of the name dropping. So you can go ask such and such. You can go ask who does that. This is a debate about you becoming the commander-in-chief.
Right?
What'd you say?
I said your qualifications. It's really
right.
Qualifications.
And then the whole piece about him not filing taxes for periods of time, for years. How is that even possible? Mm-hmm. Wesley Snipes went to jail for that, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Why isn't he in jail?
Donald got that billionaire bread.
Yeah, no, something's wrong.
He's good. He said,
and then he made a comment, because I'm smart. No, you're a criminal.
Mm.
Nair?
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I caught the IG recap of it all, so I was just tickled all the way through it from people's perspective and take on the different standing positions all the way to like literally how they were standing to how many times Trump interrupted her and some video feeds. I just thought it was funny, and of course none of the feeds made me think any better about Trump as a candidate. None of them made me feel happy or impressed or anything. I think Hillary, from what I caught, made some very valid points, especially speaking to qualifications and that whole thing about him not paying taxes, and Hillary kind of rebuttaling that with, so you mean money that could have taken care of veterans and go to schools and things like that? That's something that America should be very, very, they should be paying attention if they aren't already. But I think it's hilarious, man, that he's even where he's at right now.
Another thing that he kept bringing up, too, was Hillary's temperament. And I found it very ironic because it seemed a few times that he lost his cool when he kept bringing up her temperament and saying that she's not even keel and she doesn't have the ability to stay, in the proper temperature of tone to be president. He kind of
always bouncing off the walls. He's always turning red and his tones up and down, and he's always from his body language to his voice. He's nuts. What is he talking about, man? What are you talking about?
Let me give my take on it because I've been waiting to talk about this all week. First of all, I think that Hillary did a great job. I think that what you saw on last Monday was someone who's experienced and someone who took the time to rehearse or practice as someone who just winged it. I think that Trump's people told him, don't come out too hard, don't come out too aggressive, try to be respectful as he can be, which for the first 20 minutes, he actually didn't do too bad. But Hillary's team told her to bait him because he'll fall for it. And the very first time she did, he fell for it. They had the split screen so you could see while there was like a nervousness. You kind of don't know how to take it. But after that 20 minutes, Hillary got in her zone. She went in. I thought she went in. I thought she held her own. I love when she said, because he tried to say something about she had spent time at home. Yeah, spent time at home while he was, going around speaking to Americans. And she, they're about to go to a different topic. And she said, hold on, let me talk about this, Sylvester Hall. She said, I think he's trying to criticize me for preparing for the debate. She said, which I did. She was looking at, because before when she would say things, something she wouldn't look at. But she looked at him, she said, yes, I did prepare, and I think that's a good thing. She said, you know what else I'm preparing for? To be the president of the United States.
That's right.
And all he did was roll his eyes at her. But the thing that bothered me about Trump is the kind of person, he didn't know the policies. He didn't know what they were talking about. He talks around, when they asked him a question, he never answered directly. He would just talk, is prepared, someone who has the credentials, someone who has the background and the experience, as someone who just loves to go to rallies where a bunch of people who want to hear him talk. I was watching the next day. They both were back on the campaign trail, and he said he would say anything, and they followed, making no sense. Talking about he won the debate where the polls show that by 60-some% she won, 20-some% he won. It was just ridiculous. I couldn't wait for this debate. I could not wait. I had my popcorn. I had my wine. I couldn't wait for the debate, and I can't wait for the next one because he's going to come at our. I was going to say next time. Yeah.
One of the things that he kept driving on, and I honestly do believe his campaign is he wants to make America great again. And I really do believe that he really believes that. I really, really do believe that that's the place that he's coming from. But he's going
to negotiate the national debt. You can't negotiate. I can negotiate that down. That's like me calling my credit card. I'm negotiating that I owe y'all $2,000. No, you got to pay it.
Wait. How about the part where she called back to 73 when he got pulled into court for not allowing African Americans to live on his properties? Yeah.
She got him on that. She got him on the birther movement. She got him on so many things. I mean, I thought she did a great job. I really did.
Yeah, she did.
And that's the first one. You know what I mean? But I don't think it got like over 85 million. It's like the most watched debate in history. Viewers, but it probably won't be as much. But I think that the next one will be important too because he's having to do his strategy. He's on the campaign trail saying he won and all this stuff. He didn't win. He knows he didn't win, but that's him. You know what I mean? He doesn't do anything wrong, and so but he's going to come at her harder. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen next week when they debate again. But anyway, let's switch subjects real quick. So Mary J. Blige. It was recently reported that early this summer, the legendary singer filed divorce papers against her longtime manager, Kim Dew-Isaac. Mary's estranged hubby has clapped back with reasons for spousal support following the breakup, but a new report from TMZ claims he doesn't believe the prenup is even worth anything. The singer's lawyer filed doc asking that the judge give her prenup the stamp of approval. She's worried because the lawyer for Kim Dew has made it sound like the prenup is not worth the paper it's written on, calling it immensely invalid, unenforceable, and unconsensual. Mary says that they drew up the prenup on December 5th, 2003, and got married 2 days later. She filed for divorce back in July and asked the judge to block Isaac's bid for spousal support. So, question: do you think Mary should give her ex-husband? She got married 2013. So do you think he should be paying him spousal support?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Go ahead, Nair.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get on his grind. Figure out a way to make some money, man. That's absurd to me that he even thinks that he should be entitled. I get it, literally or technically. Some laws support spousal support. And in certain situations, I would say maybe it's okay if someone was in ill health or something like that. But man, no, man. Get out and hustle, bro. That's ridiculous.
I have a question for you, Nair. So do you not believe in spousal support if it's the other way around also?
Well, that's what I said. I think in some situations it could be acceptable. It should be probably supported. But in this particular case, talking about Mary J. Blige and her ex-husband, no, I'm not for it. I think he needs to get out and get a job or do something to bring some money in. He's got a little celebrity himself now because of this. So, he can use that to get something going for himself. No, I don't think she should be paying him spousal support. I just don't.
Okay.
Well, from my perspective, I think that spousal support, child custody should all be handled the same way. I think a lot of time women are automatically looked at as, well, she was with him that long, she gets something, right? So I believe if the shoes on the other foot, we wouldn't be even discussing whether or not he should get it. Now, as a man, do I respect the fact that he's asking for it? No. It makes me feel like he looks a little weak, but obviously that does not matter to him. So I think that in all fairness, if the shoes on the other foot should be asking for spousal support, because if he had most of the money, it'll be the same. And so I do think that he should get something.
We spoke against this a while back. I don't know, because it should not be handled the same because it's different situations. And remember, we spoke against this collectively. Chris
not Chris Tucker. What's his name?
It was Chris Brown and
Chris Rock. Chris Rock.
No, it wasn't Chris. It was. We just spoke about somebody just a little while ago, and we were like, nah, she only him. Oh,
it was Chris Brown and his baby's mama.
Oh, no, it was Dwayne Wade's baby's mother.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like 20 years later. They didn't get a divorce. She's going back and asking for more money after they've been divorced for 5+ years. That's insane.
But here's the thing with this: they came up with a prenup, and so what he's trying to do, he's trying to contest the prenup. So they made arrangements back when things were, when they were in love and they want to get married in 2 days. They came up with a prenup, and now that they always say when someone gets divorced, you see how ugly a person can be sometimes. And so now he's trying to get back at her by getting her pocket by contesting the prenup they already agreed to. So I think that's the difference here.
But I think he should get whatever is agreed to in the prenup and keep it moving.
The difference for me in this particular situation, I think that he should get a settlement simply because part of when people get a divorce, mostly it's to the women, to maintain the person in the lifestyle in which they become accustomed to. That's what it's there for. You brought me to this. Now I've been accustomed to this. Now we're breaking up. Let me still stay accustomed to this. That's where alimony came from. And alimony is an allotment without children. That's just so that I can sustain, my livelihood, how I've been living. In this particular situation, Kendu was Mary's manager, so he was working for her, and that was his business. With her leaving, his business is gone. That particular avenue, anyway.
But wasn't he her manager when they got married? So he should have, when they came up with that prenup at that time, they should have. I mean, and we don't know the terms of the prenup, but the prenup $5 million. Still not bad for both of them. So what do you think about Kevin Hart taking this new crown as the king of comedy?
God bless him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah. I mean, you see him everywhere. Every time you turn around, he got 3 movies coming out in 1 year. He's working hard,
Yeah, he really is. It's his time, man. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
All right. When we come back, find out what Serena Williams has to say about Black Lives Matter and much more. Right back after this.
Now I got a song for you. From the moment I saw your face, ay, I knew you were the one. Your fragrance and your embrace, it's in me off the edge. And then I began to chase you because of what you do. No matter how far, wherever you are, I swear, I love you in a special way. You are the one for me. With you I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love. Hey, now that I have you here, I just wanna make it clear. See, you're the one I hold dear. No worries, ain't got no fears. It's everything that you do. It proves why I chose you. No matter how far, wherever you are, I swear I love you in a special way. You are the one for me. With you I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love. See, baby, it's something about you. You know, every time my eyes meet yours, your eyes meet mine, it's just something so divine inside. It's so divine. See, baby girl, it's something about you. Pass me mine. See, baby, it's you. I love you in a special way. You are the one for me. I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love. See, baby girl, it's something about you.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. Now, Serena Williams had a major realization the other day about social injustice black people across America face. In a Facebook post, the world-class athlete addressed feelings of anxiety she has for her family and black people in general when she sees police. Feeling that the average white Joe will probably never understand, and that's why it's important that she spoke on it. She said in part, "Today, I asked my 12-year-old nephew," and she said, to be clear, he's black, "to drive me to my meeting so I can work on my phone, #safety first. In the distance, I saw a cop on the side of the road. I quickly checked to see if he was obliging by the speed limit. Then I remembered the horrible video of the woman in the car when a cop shot her boyfriend. All of this went through my head in a matter of seconds. I even regretted not driving myself. I would never forgive myself if something happened to my nephew. He's so innocent. So were all the others. I'm a total believer that not everyone is bad. It is just the ones that are ignorant, afraid, uneducated, and insensitive that is affecting millions on millions of lives. Why did I have to think about this in 2016? Have we not gotten through enough, opened up many doors, impacted billions of lives? But I realize we must stride on, for it's not how far we've come, but how far further still we have to go. She said, I then wondered, then have I spoken up? I had to take a look at me. What about my nephews? What if I had a son? What about my daughters? As Dr. Martin Luther King said, there comes a time when silence is betrayal. She said, I won't be silent. I won't be silent. I won't be silent, Serena. What are your thoughts on her speaking out in her Facebook post?
Very, very, very proud of her. Very happy for that. I think it's definitely a positive step. Definitely a positive voice to be added to the dialogue. So it makes me proud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she, everything she had to say was definitely valid, and she has a huge following, somewhat of a crossover athlete. So I think her voice is definitely needed, and what she said, like I said, was very on point.
I agree. I agree. I think that even me now, I'm driving in my car sometimes and I see police officers, I'm thinking, okay, make sure I'm doing everything right. You know what I mean? Because you just see innocent, in many cases, innocent, or even people who are doing things wrong, but it shouldn't result in their death. And so just anything can happen, a routine traffic stop could end your life. And so I'm very cognizant of that now. So it's good to see celebrities speaking up, especially big-name celebrities who, like you said, Ms. Parker, have a crossover audience, speaking up on matters like this. Totally agree. All right, so next topic. Sticks and stones may break her bones, but Sierra says Future's words have been extremely hurtful to her. So much so that she is now asking a judge for an injunction against him to keep him from sending out any more negative tweets about her. In court docs obtained by the Jasmine brand, Sierra requested court effectively make him stop talking about her negatively on social media and in the press. Now, do you think Sierra is entitled to order this, or is she being extreme?
I think if this is Nair again, I think if you get one order now, you may have to get another order down the line and another order down the line from somebody else. Just do your thing, Sierra. Stay positive. Just be you. Just live your life the way you live your life. Who cares what somebody else is saying?
Right.
People are eventually going to see that person is, the miserable one or whatever the situation really is. If it's not true and it's not true, so what? Who cares?
Right.
Let it go. Let people find out for themselves, which they will do in time.
And I think that whole area is a slippery slope of being able to dictate what someone says on their social media or to do what they do on their social media. It's a very slippery slope, and I think it should, to a degree, fall in the lines of freedom of speech. He should be able to say whatever he wants to, and she should be able to say what she wants to, but that line should not be crossed where you can tell someone else what they can and cannot do on their own social media. In the sense of maybe the details of maybe like live tagging them in a post, maybe that shouldn't happen. But, if he hashtags her name or just simply says her name, I don't see the harm in that. Live your life. Proof is in the pudding. What you show is what's real.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I think she had mentioned a while back that she lost endorsement deals because of things he was putting out there about her. So I think that's why she's doing this. But like you all said, people want to talk about you anyway. So you can't stop people from talking about you. You just have to live your life in a positive light, and, karma has a way of dealing with itself. So
sure it does.
Yeah.
Fight back with your art, lady. Fight back with your art.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you guys. I think that having the judge put an order on someone for speaking whatever they want to speak on, I think is going a bit too far. And the best thing to do is for her to just figure out how to ignore it and live her life and focus on her child and her new husband.
I agree. Well, I know Miss Parker was devastated. As long as I've known her, she's born March 4th, and she's been a Pisces, like me.
Devastated. I'm not paying attention to that thing.
I knew astrological dates and signs have come out, and turns out Miss Parker is not a Pisces. She's an Aquarius.
Yeah, right. I'm a Pisces. I know that thing is a lie.
At least you're still a water sign, Mama.
But people are up in arms.
I'm a Pisces. When you look up Pisces, my picture pop up.
People have been up in arms about the whole new, and then they added a new sign, which I don't know if I can say that. Ophiuchus? I don't know. But it's a new sign, so that's kind of, they're saying that this came out 10 years ago and no one paid attention to it, and now it's come out recently. What are your thoughts on the new signs? Did anyone's change? Mine stayed the same. I'm still a Pisces. Sorry, Ms. Parker. What about you all?
I'm still a Taurus. I'm on the 17th of May, and I think it starts the 13th of May. So that just means that I'm true to the bone. I'm forever going to be. It's never going to change. It is what it is.
What about you, Naya?
Yeah, they try to change the kid up a little bit, but man, I'm with Miss Parker though. I mean, you can read the Capricorn thing about ain't nothing changed. That's gonna still be me. So they shifted some things around a little bit, but I think the characteristics going wherever I'm going.
Right, and I think it's been like this for how long? No one's gonna pay attention to it. But I'm telling you, I posted a question today last week, and people were going in. That's that. No, I'm a Leo.
Yeah.
They were going in. I was like, okay.
But you remember, didn't they change it once before? Yeah. They didn't add the other sign, but they changed the date, so it kind of pushed people into other months a little bit. So maybe 3 or 4 days it was cutting off.
It's funny. It just shows you how riled up people get over certain things. I think we said it earlier. I wish they could get like this about Trump.
Right?
Get this convicted about their feelings of things changing with Trump, because these signs ain't nothing to be worried about for real.
Right. Well, it's funny. My best friend, he's a Libra, and I told him, well, you're not a Libra anymore. He told me, tell Nair to quit posting lives on Instagram. So then I told him he's a Virgo, and he said, the only reason why I'm okay with this is because I'm still a Pisces. People going there.
Ain't none of us making no money off no zodiac sign, so I don't know what people words is people.
That is true.
It just feels so personal, though.
Yeah. It's the personality, yeah. Because, see, I didn't really pay attention to him until I met Miss Parker. We became really close. And I realized we're both Pisces. And she would tell me, I said, that's me to the bone.
Steven is like the male version of me.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the what?
He's the male version of me. He's a Pisces, definitely.
Yeah. Our parents are both Leos. Our fathers, are both Leos. Our mothers were both Scorpios. And me and Miss Parker are both Pisces. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's in the stars.
It's in the stars. Well, Sarah, before we go, rest in peace to R&B pioneer Kashif, who was found dead at the age of 56. The 80s singer, producer, and multi-instrumental Kashif has died. He's known for producing Whitney Houston's breakout single, You Give Good Love. Arrest confirmed that he passed away at home. He was found by one of his friends. They think it was a natural cause. So he did a lot for music, and we definitely, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, friends and family, and fans all over the world. All right.